Even when she fought and killed a lion, her father still did not acknowledge her. Okenta was the greatest hunter in the village. His home was filled with animal skins and bones from creatures he had defeated over the years. People came from distant villages to hear stories of his hunting victories. He had won every hunting competition for 10 years straight. His wealth came from hunting and he wore his reputation like a crown. He had 3 sons and 1 daughter. From the day his sons could walk, Okenta had dreams for them. He wanted them to carry his name forward as fearless hunters who would make the village proud. But his sons had no interest in hunting. They spent their days drinking palm wine under the big tree in the village square. They chased after young women and made their mother cry with worry. They came home drunk and slept until noon. Okenta's heart broke every time he saw them stumbling through the village paths. Then there was Dera. She was strong like her father with the same fierce eyes and steady hands. As a child, she begged him to take her hunting. She would wait by the door with her small bowl watching him leave before sunrise, but Okenta always said no. In his mind, hunting was not for women. Women should learn to cook and weave, and prepare themselves to be good wives. This was the way things had always been. Dera learned to hunt on her own. She went into the forest when her father was away and practiced with her bow. She tracked animals and learned their movements. She became skilled at reading the forest signs that showed where animals passed. The other women laughed at her, but she did not care. When she was 20 years old, Dera tracked and killed a lion that had been terrorizing the village farms. The whole village celebrated. They sang songs about her bravery and the women ululated in her honor. But when she came home, her father did not smile. He looked at the lion's skin and shook his head. He told her she had no business going into the forest alone. He said she should be thinking about marriage, not chasing dangerous animals. He said she was bringing shame to their family by acting like a man. Dera felt something break inside her that day. She had killed a lion, and still it was not enough. Nothing would ever be enough. Her brothers could waste their lives drinking, and her father would still call them his sons. But she could achieve great things, and he would only see a daughter who refused to know her place. Dera has spent years seeking validation from her father that never came. She hunted in silence while her brothers drank in public. Then came the harvest festival when the whole village gathered to celebrate. Okenta stood in the center telling stories as he always did. He spoke about his sons with such hope in his voice. He said they would become great hunters soon. He said they just needed time to find themselves. Everyone knew this was a lie, but no one challenged the great Okenta. Dera had heard enough. She stood up in front of everyone and challenged her father to a hunt. She said she would prove once and for all that she was a better hunter than his useless sons could ever be. The village went silent. Women gasped. Men looked away. Okenta's face turned dark with rage and shame. No daughter had ever spoken to her father this way in public. He accepted her challenge through clenched teeth. They would hunt the same animal and whoever brought back the bigger kill would win. He said he would teach his disrespectful daughter a lesson she would never forget. They entered the forest at dawn, moving in opposite directions. Dera's heart pounded with years of pain and anger. She would show him. She would make him see her. She tracked deeper into dangerous territory than she had ever gone. She found signs of a rogue elephant that had been destroying farms. It was the most dangerous animal in the region. Her father would never expect her to go after something so deadly. She found the elephant near a water hole. Her hands were steady as she aimed her spear. The hunt was perfect. She struck the elephant in exactly the right spot. But as the great beast fell, it stumbled toward her. She tried to run, but the ground was soft from the water. The elephant crashed down on top of her, then rolled to the side. Okenta heard her scream and ran toward the sound. He found her lying on the ground several feet from the dead elephant. She was breathing, but something was very wrong. Her body looked broken. The weight of the falling elephant had crushed her even though it had rolled away. Blood trickled from the corner of her mouth. She could not move her legs. He dropped to his knees and carefully lifted her head onto his lap. She looked up at him with dying eyes and asked if he was finally proud. Okenta broke down sobbing. He said yes over and over. He said she was the greatest hunter he had ever known. He said she was exactly like him. But Dera's eyes had already gone empty. She died hearing the words she had waited her whole life to hear. Okenta stayed there, holding her body until the sun went down. He had finally given his daughter recognition, but his pride had killed the only child who truly carried his spirit. Some people spend their whole lives chasing validation from those who refuse to see them. Others let pride blind them until it is too late to fix what they have broken. Dera died proving herself to a father who should have seen her all along. Okenta lived knowing his stubbornness had buried his greatest treasure.